How do you know? I'm back. It is currently Tuesday night, August 18th, I think? 19th? Oh, it's the 19th. Perfect. It's 10:40 p.m. And you see a lot has happened. We've got the small block Cheby pretty much ready to roll. We just got to put some accessory drive bits on it and clean some stuff up and just junk like that. Right now I'm currently working on valve covers. I got these Mickey Thompson fin valve covers that I've always had forever, and I'm going to spend as long as I can getting this motor ready to drop in that car, or maybe even putting the motor in that car. And yes, it's 10:40 at night and I have to move all my stuff to college in 4 days, especially this car. And the engine is sitting right here. Perfect. Anyways, on the agenda I have this list. A lot of the stuff's the in-car stuff, but the stuff we can do out of the car. Put the distributor in once we get the intake on, run the wires, the headers bolted on it, and just do plug wire things, label them, make that easy and nice and good. We gotta put the flex plate on, water pump, alternator bracket. Yes, there's a lot of stuff we gotta put on yet before we can even think about dropping that thing in the car. I got the headers and their coat of paint on sitting here, and eventually tonight, depending on what time it is at night, who knows, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 7 in the morning, we're gonna drop that motor into the car and start getting it hooked up and ready. So I'm going to try to document as much as I can, but it's kind of a relaxing therapy session for me. I'm going to have some Life Grip Garage, the guy, I love that guy, in the background, and I'm just going to start churning away. The motor made 80 psi of oil pressure on 1040. Sure, she spins over very hard. That's always good. Yeah, we're gonna get ready to drop this into the car tonight, hopefully. I got, like I said, those little details, the water pump, make sure the belts are lined up and the alternator bracket all works and bolts on the head and all that good groovy stuff. And then after that, it's a lot of finicky stuff that I gotta work on now, but that's why I'm here at 10 o'clock at night trying to get this figured out. Our box of parts are getting, I say smaller, but now that we just got the big blower here. Oh, hey Dad.
Hey.
Say hi. Yeah, you're on the YouTube.
YouTube.
Don't believe nothing this guy says.
He's got a point there. But yeah, so tons of work, no time, out of money. What could go wrong? Good night. Good morning, or whatever it is, fellers. It's currently 1:15, and I have done nothing, basically. I've been fighting this intake manifold. I finally got it installed, put copious amounts of RTV. That should hold 10 psi. Yep, totally. On here, and I took some of these, you can see right here, I took these T-handles to the Bridgeport, and clearance some, also clearance the intake a little bit so the T-handles will fit. The intake is currently on there, RTV'd, and I'm letting the RTV settle for about probably an hour before I really torque these bolts down, just to give it more of a cushion so it, let it harden up. Hopefully it'll seal a little better. But yeah, the intake is on this thing. The guy I bought this off his face space, I mean, I'm not blaming him at all, but he didn't tell me that he milled the living crap out of the runners on this, probably because he had his head milled down and the block milled down, and I don't have either of those things. So the intake was sitting probably about that far above the, each runner, and it was just a mess. Had oblong holes, and it was just a nightmare. But I got her on now. She's pretty good. We'll get these bolts torqued in about an hour. But until then, I'm going to put the water pump on, or try to, and get the alternator bracket. We're going to try to figure and fart around with that and see if we can get that to go on. And then once I do that, we'll get this thing up in the air, put the flex plate on, and we're going to shoehorn her into place. There's still quite a bit of work to do. However, I'm keeping the faith up, pounding the old energy drinks. I don't know, this was the one with the most. Actually, these things have more caffeine than legally allowed. Just gonna jam on those, get this done. Hopefully, next time you see me, this thing might be in the car, or I'll update you about how this isn't gonna work up here, the accessory drive. So, we're back again. We're moving on to the next part. I have got the watt tray pump, the water whirler, the pulley, the belt, the alternator mount on, the valve covers I drilled for a PCV grommet right here, and a breather on this one right here. So this engine is ready to drop into the motor. I even tightened up all of it. You can see my sins in there. I'm not going to shine a light in there so you guys can't see all the RTV on the ports, but we don't worry about that. Now, I got the second header up here. I got a coat of primer, and I got one of the final coats of paint on this. I'm running out of paint on this one, so that tells me I'm getting low on that header. It is, let me check on the old time-o-lator here, 3:07. Perfect, 5 hours to do not much. Wonder how that happened. Anywho's, we are going to, now we're going to move on to Supercharger. We got to do a lot of stuff. We got to drain the old oil, take this pulley off. I'm going to take this bolt down here off, fill it up to here with some 90 weight, full synthetic 90 weight. And we're going to flip the blower around, or take the rear case off. These 3 bolts down here, this area. Grease those, and then we got to pop the carbs off, take out the power valves, and jet up 8 jets, since I am too cheap to buy blower carbs. These were just sitting on the shelf. This is the one off the Trans Am originally. This is a 950. This is a 750. Yep, I don't think I've ever heard of anyone ever offsetting carb sizes like that, but well, we're here to break some, new ground. This engine is ready to go. This engine is ready to make some power. Or blow a connecting rod 4 out like right here. Right next to 5 and 7, just right through here. That's probably what's gonna happen. Anywho's, I'm gonna do the blower maintenance stuff. I'm not gonna record myself doing the blower maintenance because I really don't know what I'm doing, so I kind of gotta focus here and make sure I don't completely screw things up. It's now 3 in the morning. I would have loved to say I'm, doing just fine, not tired at all. Nope, I'm about ready to collapse. But we got to keep on keeping on. Life's a garden. You got to go and dig it. And we're about 1/8 of the way of digging it. I bought this old alternator mount off the old Amazon, the Jungle website, and I am thoroughly impressed with it. It's actually pretty heavy duty, aluminum, all the hardware came in, no instructions, but if you have an IQ over 62, you can actually put this on by yourself without any help. So I had to look at some pictures on the internet, but I figured it out, and we got a belt number, which I got to run in the old town tomorrow and pick up a belt. We're going to keep the thermostat off. I got the thermostat housing sitting right here. We're going to keep that off until we can figure out what the belt situation is and the radiator clearance of the big Gilmore drive, because we're going to have to modify that all tomorrow probably. So yeah, hopefully by daybreak we should be working on getting the motor in. And then I got some chores I got to do. I got to go deliver a tractor and whatnot. But after that, we can come back, get the fuel lines made. So let me just go over the list. Yeah, distributor wires, water pumps in, fuel lines, move the radiator, oil and boost lines, exhaust, torque converter bolts, starter, throttle linkage, scoop, hood cut, gauges is what I have on here. I'm probably missing about 17 things here. Got the old roadkill list here. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to get done. Not enough time. Like I said, right now it's currently Wednesday, the 20th. My birthday's in 3 days, and that's also when I have to be moved into college in 3 days. And the car doesn't run. Perfect! Alright. Well, let's keep on keeping on. 4:35, yep. I got the blower on the motor just for easier. It's easy to get to it. And I popped off these back things so you can see how this works. This is not really something that many people get to see very often, which is pretty cool. Basically, these are the old oil hose for greasing this, I believe, on a Detroit. These obviously have been plugged off and just regular bearings been here. I'm going to clean up the surface, and all I'm going to do is take my finger and pack these ball bearings full of grease, seal up the case, put it back together, and do the other one. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, but figure I'd show this to you guys since this is not something you really get to see very often. That's what she's going to look like in the car. Isn't that going to be cool or what? But anyway, yeah, we got a lot of work still left to do, and it is getting very close to daybreak at 4:38. So we are running a little behind schedule, but I mean, let's be honest, who wouldn't have expected that one? We're going to be pretty close. I just got to put a couple more coats of paint on the headers, and we'll be able to drop this bad old girl in the Trans Am. Let's go. Hello, fellers. It is now, well, daybreak. I think it's right around 5:30, 5:40 a.m. See, the sun is coming up on our beautiful property here. I got more coats of paint on the header. This one is, I'm just letting it dry. I buttoned up all this, and I was trying to burn a little bit of time. I got the throttle linkage all set and dialed, so all we gotta do is just throw it on the motor and hook up our really secure throttle bracket right here, which will definitely bend and break. This is one heck of a project, and I've been up all night just doing the little tiny, really annoying things that take up a whole bunch of time but don't really get things very forward, if you know what I mean. And yeah, so yeah, next thing you'll know, and the next time I record, I'll be dropping this motor into that car with hopefully some better daylight, and then I'm going to have to take a little intermission to go do some chores, come back, and hopefully we can get everything buttoned up, the blower actually final installed, the distributor, the wires ran, everything, flex plate, transmission, all the fun stuff that requires me to go underneath the car and get dirty. So I guess I'll see you guys then. Hopefully it doesn't become a next day and I don't get lazy. So I'll see you guys then. Good morning, fellettes. It is, what, I want to say 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning till the sun's up, and it's a beautiful day out. And just to add to the beauty, yes, the 383 is back in the car. I fought with it for probably about 20 minutes. It actually wasn't too bad. But those motor mount bolts are in. I got 2 bell housing bolts on this side, none on that side, but I'm working on it. It's just such a relief to have that finally in. I had to take the radiator out because I didn't know if it was going to clear the pulley, which I think, if I play my cards right, it will actually clear the pulley, which is nice, you know, that would be pretty nice. But the 383 is in the car. All the wires are hanging loose and don't look good or whatever, you know, I don't really care, honestly, at this point. All I see right now is my 383 is back in the motor, is back in the car. Everything's ready to rip internally. See, we got not plenty of room, but we have negotiable room. And yes, that is the alternator hot wire right next to the fuel line. So that's really good. That's super good. That's exactly what you want. I gotta say, fellers, that was one heck of a fight to get that in there. But it's in. It's happy-ish, kind of. And everything fits. Tired. I can't lie to you, I'm tired. But who cares? Honestly. I've been probably at this for a month and a half now. I got the camera probably half a month ago. So I haven't really been able to document a lot, but I remember yanking that motor out and thinking, this will never go back together. Fellers and fellettes, I'm a happy man. And now just need some time to see how happy I really am going to be if this old rig. If I can get it to fire up here soon, I will be ecstatic. We got to break the motor in, break in the, just the usual. And I'm also really regretting not making the plug wires out of the car, but what are you gonna do? We got to run to town, like I said, to deliver that tractor. So I got a couple parts I need to pick up. I need to pick up some carb nuts, belt. The hoses are probably going to be an absolute nightmare, but we'll see how we can work our way around that. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you, I am just happy as can be. Finally, I had a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money sunk towards this, and it felt like I was getting nowhere. But finally, we're getting somewhere where the motor's back in the car. What do we do from here? I don't know. I'm just so excited this is back in. We got to get that radiator mounted back in. We got to do the wiring. The blower's got to go on. The hoses and belts and thermostat and headers and plugs and distributor and wires. And that's honestly about it. I mean, the wiring is, well, I'll just give you guys a little sneak peek on. The wiring is, kind of ish, almost there. Yep, nope, we'll just ignore that, because that's going to be an endeavor. But now, will the motor leak a ton of coolant when I dump it in? Probably. Will it leak oil like a sieve? Probably. Is that oil pan unbelievably, questionably close to, that's a steering link, of course. Yep, it really is extremely close. It's Thursday morning, 10 a.m. What's it, the 21st? Yep, August 21st. I have to be moving in 2 days. Haven't packed a thing. Perfect. Anyway, yesterday was a very successful day. 30 hours in the woodshed will, tends to get something done, a guy. But check it out. Oh yeah. The car is back on the ground in the first time in, no joke, I think 2 months. I threw a hot battery in her last night, and she rolls over. Sounds like she's got good compression. If you guys want, I guess I could show you. I guess. This thing rolls over kind of okay-ish. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it won't blow up immediately, but it has compression. So, that's got to count for something, eh? Hit the key. I don't want to crank on her too long, because A, I'm going to kill the battery, and B, we don't have the oil pressure line on. I'm sure I already spewed 900 gallons of oil everywhere. Oh no, we're dry. Perfect. Probably makes 0 oil pressure. But, yeah, the blower's spinning over. I can't believe it. The belt's not even, it's tight, but the tensioner's not even tight, but it's pulling over the blower. All that stuff. Now, essentially, all we got left is my favorite thing, my favorite automotive thing to do, and Jacob's favorite thing to do. I'll let you guess. It's wiring. Yeah, we got a lot of wiring, and just like hookups, hoses, thermostat's got to go, and that's going to be a real peach to do while it's in there. My old man's running to town. He scooted off to go grab me a belt, which is, appreciate that, so I can stay here and work on this and do things and screw around for hours. But yesterday I got the fuel lines made. All steel braided AN, runs back there, and get caught in the steering shaft. Perfect. Runs back behind here and all that good shenanigans up here. T's in right here. Feeds that bowl. This bowl's fed, and this one I got a log. Because I am way too cheap to buy the pretty cheap actually fuel line that they sell for dual 4 barrels. Yep, that's me. Too cheap. So far, I got my very crude list here of oh, that's gone forever. Oh, what was that? Well, we don't worry about it, is what I'm talking about. Look at these custom rad mounts I made yesterday. That is not going anywhere except for inside the radiator with a massive leak. Look at that clearance, Clarence. This is a Ford Taurus show fan, and yep, we got clearance-ish, almost. Yep. So we are not far away from hearing this thing fire up. Just a small diddly doodads and doodabs and doodahs. So I'm gonna get to work. We got a bunch of wiring to do today, so I'm gonna go grab a cold snack. Coors Banquet flavor, probably in about an hour. But we are very close. Very close. And it's kind of scary, actually. I'm getting a little worried. I actually am. I don't know if this thing's gonna knock its brains out, build 0 pounds of oil pressure, valve train clattering. God only knows. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah. I'll try to stay tuned, and maybe if there's anything more important that goes on, I'll forget to film it, and then we'll fire it up. Sound good? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Still got to move in 2 days. Haven't packed a thing. That's fine. So we're around 8:30ish p.m. I believe. 8:45. I gotta leave tomorrow. Or no, gotta pack tomorrow. Well, everything's put together, I think. I'm very sure. The only thing I'm really missing is the throttle return spring, which I'll grab. Distributor's in. Everything is in. I am unbelievably nervous. Like, extremely nervous. I don't know if I'm going to have a massive oil leak, or if it's going to shoot the rods out of it, or, you know, what's going to happen. But this is it. We're going to fire it up at 9 p.m. Sorry, neighbors. But, you know, sometimes you got to break a couple of eggs to make an omelet, as my dad would say. If only you guys knew how badly nervous I am. I am literally, I can't function. Oh, you guys are looking up at the sky. See, I can't even get that right. So, I'm going to get the timing light hooked up, battery hooked up. I'm going to close the windows, or close the doors. Except for the drivers, of course. Hook up the battery. Yeah, this is terrible. You guys aren't seeing anything, are you? Being a YouTuber is not easy. I'll tell you that for free. But I think we're ready.
Which I should try to free those up before we change the oil.
So we check for fuel leaks.
Let's do something here.
I'm gonna turn the fuel pump off in case there is any. Oh, bring the thunder. Sounds like we got no sparks. We also got a dead battery. Perfect! Alright. Bring the thunder again. Come on. Maybe that's why it didn't work. Bring the thunder. Tons of fuel. No sparks. Good. Why do we have no sparks? We have 0 spark. That has nothing to do with this ignition box or anything in here. Anything like that. Oh! Our coil wasn't down all the way. Ah, things you just love to. Alright. Now that we got the ignitions, let's try her again. Nothing. Still got nothing. Alright. Well, new coil is on from a jet boat that hasn't ran in 4.5 years. Got fuel, no leaks. See if she'll come to life. Give her a couple pumps. Too much. Ooh, that sounds good. Here, a little more. Might be flooded. Hey, Dad. Now, here's a hey, Dad moment. Could you open up the throttle a little? I think she might be a little flooded.
All right, let's see.
Okay, here.
It was blowing flames out.
Oh, really? Yeah. What have we got on video? That is a successful fire up. Holy crap. I should probably film more in the morning when the neighbors won't try to shoot at us, eh? Alrighty, well. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Glenn? Alrighty, well. I guess I'll pick up tomorrow. Well, it runs. It surges. It wraps up hard. It's got good oil pressure. There's no weird noises. The guy has finally settled down a little bit. Relaxed. Heart's not pumping as hard. Still pumping hard, but not as hard. That was a lot of hours, a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of time, but we knocked her off the list. She runs. So now, what's next? You know, you can't just sit back, relax forever. We gotta wire the alternator. Gotta put the oil pressure line that's in the car and the boost line in. Throttle linkage. And I gotta run up to the old O'Reilly's tomorrow morning, pick up a V-belt and an ignition coil. You guys missed it, but I got an old MSD blaster. Here, let me grab that real quick for you. Fortunately, when I went to go tighten down one of the nuts, her get up and go kind of got up and left on that. So yeah, that was a little disappointing. Snapped stud right off. So this coil is junk, essentially, is what I'm trying to say, which sucks, unfortunately, but you know, could be worse. So I'm gonna hang on to this coil mount, and unfortunately this MSD blaster into the junk pile, unfortunately. But we got one off of our old jet boat that, you know, my dad's got. It had a ignition coil on, so we robbed that off, and well, wired the distributor correctly, and boy, she cranked right up. I mean, I was in such a rush to try to start it so it wasn't so late, but we finally turned the key and fired it at 10:10 p.m. Thank God, our neighbors, you'll see in the video, he came over. He's kind of a hot rodder himself, so he came over and wanted to see how things were going and hear it. So he wasn't mad about, you know, me starting up that way. He was actually really excited to finally see it run, because he's been looking at it in our driveway for, you know, months now. But what's next? I mean, it'd be really cool to take it for a little spin down the road, you know, and then put it up on the trailer. So to do that, I need to see if the hoses are gonna work. I gotta throw a thermostat in. I'm probably gonna do that tonight and see if the hoses are gonna fit. Probably won't. And if that works, then we're going to run up to the Sioux, grab that coil so I don't have to rob the one off the jet boat forever, because you know I'm gonna forget. and eventually I'll make a video on it running or getting it running, and well, we'll have a coil. So we're gonna have to do that. Grab that V-belt. That'll be too short. I'll just go buy a belt stretcher. Yeah, and we'll take it back, and we just got a couple things to do, like throttle linkage, the scoop. We gotta modify a little bit of stuff, oil and boost lines, and yeah, get those hoses and belts I was talking about earlier, and should be good to go. I mean, yeah, can't believe it, but fellers, we have a running and potentially driving blown third gen Firebird. That motor, as you guys heard, sounds wicked. I mean, tomorrow, I just ain't got the time tonight. I gotta get some Z's. Probably 40 out of the last 48 hours I've been up, so we are just trying to get this thing ready so we can take it down to college and blow some people's faces off with it, and hopefully have a car show, and I can take it to and stuff. But anyway, I know it's getting late because I'm rambling on. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I believe this might be the last. Well, you'll see. I'll probably whip out the camera tomorrow when we tune it, but it's coming to an end. It's been a wild project. Crazy. It's been a crazy ass the last 2 months. And well, let's finish it off with a bang. Running. I had it running, took it down the road, it's a little test drive. Of course, forgot to video record because I'm just a great YouTuber. But I mean, you won't believe it. That's hot. This engine is hot. We'll roll into the interior bay, which is also completely trash and needs to be gone through. See that? That's temp. And if she wants to cooperate, oh yeah, good oil pressure. AFR is dialed in. That squeak you're hearing, I'm pretty sure is that belt touching that other belt. So that should be okay. He's pretty rowdy. The scoop is just loose. I set it down there for a look. I was working on the linkages and I realized how out of time I am. She sounds pretty good. I can't complain. So, yeah, she's sounding really good. She is fat as can be on the idle circuit, which is good. It keeps it cool. But I mean, she is rowdy. But oh yeah, still got good oil pressure. I'm gonna shut her on down here because she is loud. Old neighbors are probably sick of hearing me start to sing up and shut it off, starting up, shut down about 400 times tonight because I'm so excited with how good it runs. But yes, fellas, this thing runs. This whole Trans Am that I cobbled together, the wiring is still a mess. The fuel lines are dangling around. The spark plug wires need to be rearranged. This is, I'm not even want to talk about that. The coil is, there's just, we got some stuff a guy needs to do. But it does not leak, knock on wood. I don't have any wood to knock on, but GM sheet metal will do. She has no leaks. Doesn't leak coolant, trans fluid, or oil. I don't know how long that's gonna last. Probably about 3 more days. Yep, that's fine. Nope, not at all. No, this sucker is running really good. Hitting on all 8, fires up. Yeah, I actually can't believe it. It runs this good. I know, it's insane. A lot of work, a lot of hours, like I've been saying, to get to where I am now. spun rod bearing to now I can fire it up and drive it a quarter mile and follow the plugs. Improvement. Just gotta do the details now. I don't know about you, but details have never been my strong suit. If I get a moment or 2 or 14 when I get down to college, I'll probably sit down with this GoPro and give you a little summary of how this came to be or why it came to be, because I just realized you guys just kind of out of the blue, no idea how I got this blower or what kind of finances I make, how I got time, doing my unemployment, you know, all that stuff that, you know, you guys probably don't care about. I'll see if Jacob wants me to get a video on that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate the people who do watch these videos. Let's try to get some subscribers, you know. We're a small base group. It's our senior year. We need some more subscribers so we can go to the casino more often. So please fund that, because the old table ain't cheap, especially when you're pulling up 2s and 7s. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate it. You guys get to see my struggle. You guys get to see me struggle and what I try to do for, you know, a good kick or 2. And if you want more content like this, you know, like and subscribe. Help fund the channel so, you know, we can take our winnings, put it on red, and you get to see that. You get to see more winter content. It's probably gonna hop up my snowmobile this winter. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But I need some funding, because college ain't cheap. So just hit that subscribe button. You know, I don't want to sound like every other YouTuber, you know, subscribe, it's free, blah, 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 but it really does, you know, help us out. It shows us people are interested in what we're doing. And if you guys hate this video, you know, me in the garage by myself, then comment down below. Say, hey, I don't want to see this cat anymore, you know, he rambles on too long. And I'll stop. I won't make any more of these videos. But if you guys really do enjoy it, seeing the struggle, seeing me spend all my money, blow all my time, blow off all my friends, comment down below. What should I do to her neck? Should I just drive it? You know, should I put should I get slicks for it? Or, you know, should I don't know. There's not really much left to do. I need to get a roll cage in it, so I guess like and subscribe so you can fund my roll cage I have to put in that so I don't die driving it. But anyway, like I said, thank you guys for watching. If this is the end. Stay tuned for more content just like this.